it's a it's it's a luxury to be able to learn from all these great basketball minds. I mean, starting from the very top, from Bob Myers down, Steve Kerr, LB, S. Dot, even A. Miles, Theo. Like I grew up watching Theo at Cal, and so when I'm able to learn from these guys and learn from their experiences and so forth, it's it's just something I'll never take for granted because the game is physical, but the majority of it is mental. So I'm just adding tidbits to my game. They're helping me in so many ways. My approach to the game as a professional, as a young man, off the court, etc. So, like I said, it's nothing I'll ever take for granted. It's been one of the best experiences I've ever had, in regards to basketball. Uh, and when you have those former players as coaches, they have a different feel. And so, again, I'll say it's something I'll never take for granted. It's a great experience.
It's been said that Draymond is almost like another assistant coach. Did you get a sense of that last year?
Yeah, for sure. His IQ is second to none, and I thought my IQ was pretty high. But being around him, it's like I can learn so much more about the game and moving forward. So I know one day he'll be a coach or a GM or in some type of capacity in the front office. And so it is great to be able to learn from him and be led by him.
Appreciate you.
Hey Juan, this is Rich with Let's Go Warriors. I was just wondering on how the NBA has kind of evolved into more of a 3&D type of league, and that sort of fits your role. Does that excite you with so much opportunity now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if that fits me, then that works to my advantage. And so, just being on this team, I got guys that are leading me like Steph, Klay, Draymond, and so um, that makes my job a lot easier. And so if all I have to do is focus on defending and knocking down open shots, then that's not an easy feat. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that's an easy job to do, but it makes the game that much easier. And so I'm just keep working on that, keep trying to improve in those aspects. I'm always going to try to improve in other facets of my game, but that works to my benefit. So hopefully, you know, down the road, I'll find some space, find some minutes, here moving forward.
Thanks.
Hi, Juan. I'm Marisol from Mexico City. Juan, we see from here that your love for basketball goes beyond the basketball court in social causes, for example. From your Mexican roots, what cause do you defend for Mexican Americans or Mexicans in the US?
What cause do I defend?
Yes.
Um, I mean, I think the sport is growing in Mexico, and I think there's a space for Mexican Americans here as well. Being the only Mexican American, I want to establish a foothold in the NBA. Um, and not only for young Mexican Americans. I'm also half African American as well, and so I think sometimes that gets lost in the media. But I just want to continue to raise the bar not only for young Mexican kids, but biracial kids like myself. Um, I grew up in a Mexican household, so basketball wasn't a huge theme in my house. So maybe for those biracial kids who may grow up in a more Latino-dominated household or community that want to play basketball, I just want to be that, I guess that standard, that image, for lack of a better word, that they can look up to and realize that they can also make it to the NBA. As for social justice and stuff like that, I'm always going to speak up for Black Lives Matter. Also for the Mexican kids, undocumented people who are being deported and so forth. I think everybody deserves equal opportunity to be happy in life. And so if that's living here in the States or living in Mexico or living elsewhere, I think everybody just deserves to live in peace.
Can I ask you another question, Juan?
Of course.
The career in the NBA team is full time effort. How do you continue your professional career? You have studies in criminology and law at the University of Marquette.
Yeah, well, basketball is my main priority. That's my job, and I want to make it my job for as long as I can. So um, I'll cross that bridge when the time comes. You know, for the time being, I'm just going to put every bit of me into the sport. It's given so much back to me. I've been able to meet amazing people. I've been able to travel all over the world. And not only that, like I said, it's my job. I've been able to make a livelihood from it. So until this basketball stops bouncing for me, this is going to be my main priority, and this is what I'm going to put all my sweat and equity into.
Thank you very much.
Hmm.
Hey, Juan, I got another question for you. Um, the Warriors came out with a video in the last hour of the scrimmage, and they mic'd up Jordan Poole. Seemed like he had like leadership type roles. How has he looked in camp, and what can you speak on some of his leadership qualities?
Um, before we even get into leadership qualities about Jordan Poole, I just want to commend him. I've been here pretty much all summer, and he's put in a lot of work in the weight room, on the floor. He's put in countless hours, and like I said, I want to commend him for that. I haven't met too many people that work as hard as he does, so he's deserving of everything that he's going to get moving forward. And he's trying to take a jump, this year, and respectfully so. He's a great player, um, and I think the sky is the ceiling for him. So you know, he's going to have a important role on this team, as we all know, and he's deserving of that. He's put the work in. He's going to continue to get better, and sometimes it's easy to get lost in just playing basketball and that's it. But there's more to it. You have to be a vocal leader. You have to gain the respect from guys in the locker room, and so I think he's working on that. I think he's young, and he's building his I guess his personality. He's building these leadership roles or these leadership qualities. I'm sorry, and that's a work in progress. That's not something that just happens overnight. Um, it's not easy to talk and to lead guys when you're fatigued out there, and so I commend him for that, man. He's put in a hell of a lot of work, and I don't say that lightly. Like I've watched him all summer, just put in hours and hours and hours. So I'm excited for him and what's to come for him.
Just to follow up on that, are you working out with him, um, non-bubble, obviously, and was that with Packy Turner?
I am not working out with him non-bubble. We still respect the rules, uh, and so he does his own thing. I do my own thing. But when I see him in the facility, like he's here, and he's most of the time he's the last one to leave the gym. So, and I'm not just saying that. Like he is the last one to leave the gym a lot of the time. Uh, so his body looks a lot different. He doesn't look like a young kid anymore. He's put on some pounds. He's making shots. So, uh, and we've been able to compete, in the bubble, and I've been on his team, and I've been able to compliment him really well. He's been making shots, been killing. So I'm excited for him.
Thanks.
Juan, buenas tardes. ¿Me escuchas?
Buenas tardes. Sí.
Dos preguntas rápidamente. La primera de ellas, eres un gran jugador a la defensiva, pero por el sistema que juega Golden State, tu principal ocupación o lo que estás trabajando más en tu juego es en el tiro de tres, es lo que más estás practicando o es tu tarea o tu asignatura pendiente de cara a la siguiente campaña. Y la segunda, lo complicado que será el próximo año ganarte un lugar en un equipo que pues recupera a Klay Thompson, que va a tener una primera selección colegial, un equipo que va a aspirar ahora sí a campeonato y no en esta campaña que era de resto. Gracias.
Pues sí, estoy trabajando en mi tiro de tres, pero tengo que trabajar en todo. Y sí voy a buscar un lugar en este equipo, pero el más importante es buscar un lugar que puedo, what word am I looking for? Que puedo acompañar Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, porque ellos son los tres, no más importantes, pero los tres líderes del equipo, y pues tengo que buscar un lugar que puedo acompañar a ellos. Y pues sí, es muy complicado el próximo año, pero ahorita no estoy pensando en eso, estoy pensando ahorita en el bubble que estamos trabajando ahorita, y pues lo demás va a ser, no sé, no puedo pensar en eso. Eso es afuera de mi control.
Thank you.
Great, thank you, everybody. Appreciate the time with Juan. We'll have Coach Kerr up here in just a couple of minutes.
I have more questions.